Yeah, I was saying, on one hand we have a coach that is reviving a almost crumbling team, and then on the other hand we have a coach who denies his ability to manage a team. So we have Michael Carrick, and then we have Glasner from Crystal Palace. So both of them are going to meet on Sunday, and then they will face each other in a way that it will be a black and white. Michael Carrick coming from Championship, taking a club like Manchester United, reviving it to what it was during Amorim time, and then for the past 6 games he's been performing very well. So we kind of have grown into that confidence that the team is going to perform, keep winning, because so far he hasn't really buckled. And as we know, he came here around January 13, precisely, and the team was really not in a good shape. So when Amorim got removed from his post, everybody thought that that's it, the club is gone. Everybody, every player in there is going to underperform even worse. But to our surprise, we've been watching a steady progression as they've been going from strength to strength, beating the likes of Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and then the rest of the story. So far the vibe is good. The players seem to be clicking, but the problem that we've seen that before, that kind of performance where these players, they tend to be self-righteous, self-conscious of when it suits them. When they need to play, they play. When they need to relax and take a break, that is when the team is on the downward spiral. As opposed to Glasner, Crystal Palace, it's a good team. They're kind of well respected. They're not the top team, the top 6, but it's a very good team to beat. So on Sunday it's going to be a different situation. We don't know what kind of mood Crystal Palace players are going to have when they land at Old Trafford to play against Manchester United, given that the coach has decided no, he's not good enough to coach them. Probably it's because he has seen that that is all he can do, or maybe the players are not prepared to go to the next level. So, or maybe it's the fans who seem to be disappointed because they see that this guy here is not really vibing very well. He's not hitting that emotional intensity that they were used to before. So, if you recall perfectly, in the past we had a coach, Patrick Vieira, who came to Crystal Palace. He brought a different vibe, a different emotion, and Crystal Palace was doing pretty much okay. Whatever happened that they decided to let him go, nobody knows. Those who don't know, good for them. But for those who know, to those who don't know, there's nothing we can do at the moment. But because now we have a game on Sunday that they're going to face So we have a situation now, where these two teams are going to meet, and then they're playing on a ground that has become very hostile. Not hostile in a way as frightening as going to play against Man City or Real Madrid or Liverpool, but in a way that it's almost as if something has awakened. The vibe, that energy is awakened. Now all of a sudden everything seems to be clicking. So we can only wait to see what happens at that point. We can only wait to see what kind of score line is going to end up there. You can say it's a 2-0 or a 1-0 or a 3-2 at the moment, but those are just guesswork and predictions. But as you know, football is a different game. It's a game where you may know the results, but then that is not the end of the story. The weather can change. And somehow there are forces that are involved that we are not even aware of that can decide the outcome. So we have to understand that part there. So come Sunday, we'll just see how it goes. I'm not sure exactly, so I can only be sure that Man U are going to win based on what they've been performing, based on the kind of energy they've been giving, the kind of vibe, the kind of intensity they're trying to enter into. So if they keep the wheel going, they will definitely reach that point. But should they decide not to relax and take a break, and they start daydreaming about the good old days, then we're gonna be back to square zero, where you have to start from scratch again. Either you get rid of the coach or the manager, or you get rid of the players. But it's more difficult to get rid of the players than getting rid of the coach nowadays. It's easier to get rid of the manager, but then to get rid of the player, it becomes a problem. You can see that's what's happening at Tottenham. The players have grown some kind of egos. They don't want to play for the coach anymore. They seem to be thinking that they are a top club, or else Tottenham is just a name. It's just a club that can be almost a mid-table rich club. It's not a top 6 club, and they've only won one trophy in 120 years of their so-called existence so far. So just imagine how arrogant those players are. So which coach is going to come and instill that humility that they need so they can start winning? So I'll definitely leave it up to you, so that you can go about it and decide, and let's have a chat, a talk as time goes by, until the time the game starts, and then obviously from there we can discuss further and see and analyze how things have been so far. Because right now the league is very intense compared to La Liga. Right now the top clubs are almost about to eat each other, from Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool. Everybody is on each other's toes. So whoever is not careful will definitely crumble. But I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of upset